The Mercedes-AMG C63 has always been one of the brand's signature models, and this all-new one here that was just launched in Malaysia, well, this could be one of the most important models in its history. That's because this model here, now called the C63 SE Performance, has a hybrid engine underneath the bonnet. Gone is the glorious V8 from before, and in its place is the electrified and turbocharged 2-litre inline-4 engine, making a combined 680 horsepower and 1020 Nm of torque. Even though this will definitely save you some petrol, the main purpose of this hybrid system is not for fuel efficiency, but to give you extra performance. That's why it's only got a tiny 6.1 kWh battery pack, and that means you can only go up to 13 km in pure electric mode, which is not very impressive, but what's impressive here is its performance capabilities. First things first, this engine here is actually the most powerful 4-cylinder engine in production currently, itself already making 476 horsepower and 545 Nm of torque. Now this engine drives the front wheels via a 9-speed automatic gearbox, and on the rear axle there's another electric motor, altogether giving this car a fully variable all-wheel drive system, and Mercedes says that it can go from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.4 seconds, which is half a second faster than its predecessor. Now because of the LSD on the rear axle, this car here actually has a drift mode in addition to 8 different drive programs. There's an electronic turbocharger in front to help with response, there's rear wheel steering, and it also rides on adaptive dampers on all 4 corners. So hopefully all of this tech is enough to overcome the fact that this car here weighs 2,165 kilograms. In terms of looks, this here is basically a C-Class but with everything turned up to 11 to fit the badge on its boot lid. Now up front here there is a widened track, so that's why you get these flat fenders to fit the wheels underneath it. Speaking of which, these here are 20-inch light alloy items. That's the iconic Panamericana grille up front with the customary AMG logo right above it. There's an additional bonnet vent up here, and of course all of the bumpers, the splitters and the rear diffusers are unique to the AMG model. And in case you didn't notice, this car here is actually about this much longer than a normal C-Class, with most of it found over here because it has to fit a new hybrid system underneath the bonnet. It's also pretty much the same story on the inside because this here is just like any other C-Class but with a few additional touches to AMG the whole car, including these dials on the steering wheel to access your performance settings, as well as carbon fiber trims on the dashboard. The most obvious one that you'll see though are these sportier seats that give you more lateral support with adjustable bolsters, and it also gets matching red seat belts to give you an extra sense of sportiness. But aside from those, the rest of the cabin is already very familiar to you, including the screens here measuring 12.3 inches here in the center and 11.9 inches up here on the dashboard, both running MBUX with special AMG displays. The all-new Mercedes-AMG C63 SE Performance will be offered here in a F1 edition, which includes this solid grey paint job, the gradient decals on the side, extra red accents all around the exterior, and F1 logos on the inside. And all those can be yours for 959,000 ringgit here in Malaysia, on the road and without insurance. For more information on the all-new C63 SE Performance, head on over to AutoBuzz.my.